The Internet Computer Protocol has a 45-page white paper. Let's be honest, a lot of us do not read these stuffs. In fact, I will actually go out on a limb here to say that a lot of people watching me right now have not read Bitcoin's white paper. I mean, if I am wrong, let me know in the comments. Have you read the white paper of all the projects you are invested in? There's a very high likelihood that you haven't. And this is not to say that you cannot succeed without reading white papers. It's just interesting that I got this comment right here saying that look at the project itself, forget these charts. And I know that there is a very, very, very high likelihood that even this person telling me this has not read that white paper. Most people will just hear about the project online from somebody and find it interesting, invest in it, and start to defend it. Again, I'm not saying that ICP is a bad project or anything like that. In fact, I'm also bullish on it long term. But I'm just stressing on the fact that a lot of people do not actually do research. Hence why when I have a much more conservative type target, some people would be like, no, study the project itself. It's going to do better. It's going to do more. It's going to do 300x or 30x or anything like that with no data behind their idea. To shorten my research, of course, I will look at what the project is, how it works, and its token economics. These three things will help me have a fundamental basis on that project. However, for projects that I want to invest in for the very long term, like I'm constantly dollar cost averaging into them, I read their white papers. And yes, the white paper is not literature, it's not a story. I have to read it and sometimes even go to research meanings behind the things mentioned in the white paper. So it's tech and I'm not a developer. I have to read it, I have to understand it, and I have to know the setbacks of it. I have to know if it is in fact possible. Now, I am also a technical analyst, so I will always look at its charts, and the charts to me are paramount. I say this because I've invested in a lot of projects based on their value proposition and tech that turned out to not be good after all. Now, it's not like I lost, if we make a 40% in crypto, it's not really as good as a 5x. So my so-called good tech project would do a 40% move, and then the other project that is supposedly a shit project technologically does a 5 to 10x. And when I go back to their charts, to the shit project's charts, they show me why they did the 10x. Solana is one of them. It had a cliff vesting schedule in 2021. It did better than a lot of projects that I invested in. Far better, and I was looking at its vesting schedule. When it plummeted to $8, I was looking at its fundamentals at the time and did not invest in it. What happened to it? It rallied to somewhere around $23. It is only when it came back to $17 when everybody on the internet, everybody was saying, well, FTX has had the approval to dump about $200 million worth of crypto per week, and Solana is one of them. It's going to tank. I came here at about $17, telling you that I don't think that dump will come. I think the lowest could be 16. Well, that thing rallied from then. I came again somewhere around $21, telling you about that thing's rally. Even at 42, I was still calling for another bigger rally. And all of that was based off of technical analysis. So yes, I do study fundamental aspects of projects, but I follow the charts more because they have more of the truth. They can be manipulated as well, but the truth would actually be more on the charts than on the tech side of things.